Shiloh!
Lord Wolfgang, I'm sorry I'm late.
Come on!
And then I said, but Supreme Leader, that's not a cow. That's my sister! He then fell into a black hole immediately after, but it was funny before that.
What are you working on?
The weather app. There's way too many people here I don't know.
Ah, I get it.
Can you believe the famous thief, the ghost widow, is in town?
No.
Your brother's right over there. Oh, Shiloh, I'm glad you're here, but I must ask, why?
I received your invitation.
I didn't send you an invitation. Who sent you this? Yes.
Who sent me this invitation? Alexander.
Relax. As much as I would love to see everything you love burn, I can't do anything here. I'm here for the android, same as you.
The android is for reconnaissance and medical reasons. Why would you want it?
You're always one step behind, aren't you?
My friends and guests, gather around. As much as I love having a bunch of cutthroat acquaintances around me, we all know why we're here. For this. Finding so rare, it's the only one of its kind that is known to still be around.
Is that what we're here for?
Yeah. It could help us get through the crack to find our mom.
A rare Proxian aberrant android. Its capacities are endless. And some of you are making wonderful bids of all that you can do for me. But alas, there is only one. And only one of you is gonna win it tonight.
Lord Wolfgang, I found him like this.
My head of security has been...
Is he... He's breathing. The culprit used a laser poison dagger on him. It has him in an unconscious state. If we can get him back to my headquarters, we can help him.
Is that Graham?
You know him?
Yes, he's an old friend of ours. Lord Wolfgang, is there anyone else here who could have done this?
No one else. Only those that you can see in this room right now.
What was that?
When Graham was taken out, the emergency lockdown was activated. We can't leave. Whoever did this is gonna target me next. They're after my android. Give me his blaster. He carries a one-shot blaster on his right side.
Someone took it. But not the culprit.
How do you know that?
Because after Graham was taken out, a second person came in. They approached his right side and took the blaster. The culprit didn't know about the blaster. The second person took it. The culprit left in a hurry. The knockdown container, the open door. Graham gave them a struggle. They used the poison dagger and then left that way, in a hurry. And entered into the party.
The culprit is one of us.
How do you know this?
What? I couldn't just leave him there.
Well then give me the blaster! Whoever you are!
I don't think they'll do that. If they reveal it, they're the next target. One of us is the culprit, and one of us has the one tool that can stop them.
Oh yeah. Now he's chilling.
All bets are off! Whoever finds the culprit and saves my life will get the android.
No! Stay together! The culprit wants you to go alone!
I'm not staying in the same room as the culprit.
I'll do what I can.
You love this, don't you?
Okay, I know it's serious, but I really do! There's a body, a mansion, suspects, it's perfect! But serious. Very serious. Even if they're not a murderer, we still have to solve this mystery before everyone else does!
We have to get that android if we're gonna have any help with finding Mom.
I'll split up and see what I can find. Gala, whoever has this blade is going to be looking for people who are alone. Be careful. Okay, so I was thinking, oh! Hey, Shiloh! Talia, why do your people need the android?
Oh, classified reasons. Okay, bye.
Can't you be normal for 2 seconds?
She's hiding something. Micah, go with her and figure out the truth as to why she's here.
What? How am I supposed to do that? Oh, give her that handsome face and laugh at her jokes. Oh, and use your masculine charm. What? That'll have to work.
Go! Okay, so I think we'll start with the head of security's room. Oh, yeah, Lord Wolfgang said that he would leave gold coins around the house as party favors for guests.
I could have been collecting gold coins this entire time, and you never told me!
Didn't seem important. What are you doing?
I don't know why, but it's what detectives always do. I found this Wolfgang stuff, but it has weird initials on it. PMV. Department of Motor Vehicles.
Don't you mean department?
No, because that would start with a D.
You're wrong! And you're out of your mind if you expect me to believe you.
You don't understand. It must be this way.
I don't think you understand. If I see you again, only one of us will be leaving this house.
What was that about? And if one of them was the culprit, why didn't they take out the other?
Oh man, I stepped on my universal translator box. It got crushed.
Well, you sound normal so far.
That was a close one. Oh no. Okay, Shiloh, I just need you to take me just as seriously as you did before. Pretend that just nothing happened, okay?
Oh no.
What are we looking at?
Ah! Micah! What are you doing here? Are you here because Shiloh is sus of me?
I can neither confirm nor deny that Shiloh is neither sus nor non-sus of you.
What are you saying?
That Shiloh is neither confident nor non-confident in your intentions being either good or bad is prototypically indecisive in this particular time and instance. If I use my masculine charm, does that help?
The game is afoot.
Is that Wolfgang's cup?
Yep, I've always wanted to be a grandpa. Oh! Another gold coin.
They weren't targeting security. Then who are Gala! The culprit got her too. If we can get her back to headquarters, she'll be okay. If not, it's bad news.
Oh my gosh. This is so serious. Okay, I just feel like you're not taking this seriously.
My friend, Alexander. The Proxian android has uses beyond such tame aspects. In the right hands, could be the world's deadliest assassin.
Oh my gosh. So not everyone is here for good reasons, but some really bad ones too.
We need to figure out who we're dealing with. We need to talk with these suspects. Okay, where are you getting this stuff?
I'm just taking it from across this house.
Lord Wolfgang, this is ridiculous.
Alexander, asking our suspects of their stories is good even for me. Shiloh, you may proceed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Alexander, where were you at 5:15, the time of the murder?
I was meeting with Captain O'Reilly. As Baron of Rodonia, I was sent by my new Raylo Lord as his personal ambassador.
New Lord of Ordonia. Who is that?
With Darius out of the picture, the other council members of Bordonia needed someone to look to.
Whatever did happen to Darius of Verdonia?
Shiloh and her brothers stopped him from invading the other Raylos. He didn't make it out. But you must believe me. In the past, I've had a chance to steal the android, and I didn't.
He's right.
Where were you when Darius was stopped?
Professor Merrill Vincent was there. Had half of his empire banking on Darius's takeover and lost it in the collapse. For me, I betted on the new leadership.
Do you two know each other from before?
We might have shut down his chemical plants.
I swore I would end you the next time we met. Here we are.
Is that my cup?
Captain O'Reilly is ex-Phantom Forces. He has all the skills to take out anyone here. If I were you, I'd be talking to him.
Please. My past is behind me. I'm not violent anymore.
What do you do for work these days?
That's personal. What gives you the right to know?
If you don't answer the question, we're gonna have to get serious. So serious.
If you're gonna follow me, you can at least help me. Do you know who has the blaster?
No, I was hoping you did. If the culprit takes him out, there's no one who can't stop them.
I found out that someone left behind. They left something here. Ghost Widow? But that's the name of a famous thief. Why here?
This is a tool to break into the vault.
We can't be caught like this!
Hide!
Talia?
Alexander! I was just looking under here. There is nothing.
I swore I heard another voice in here.
Huh? Really? I have a cold.
I have no more money. I'm taking the savings from my late husband and investing it in this android.
Your late husband?
What was he late for?
Reason for wanting the android?
I am the lead medical researcher for my people.
What is your favorite color?
Purple?
Love that answer. Shall I continue?
You know that your Raylo and mine of Verdonia have a large history of an alliance. Some could say they looked to Darius for support. But when the MOM took him down, I heard your people panicked. But now you work with them? Is that the Ghost Widows?
Yes! My people are very concerned.
I hope they don't take any drastic measures.
I've lived a life of luxury my whole life. I can't go back to poverty.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Porridge, why?
I'll ask the questions here.
When I know the new Lord of Verdonia will lead us back to greatness.
No! No! It can't be! Oh, my people are very concerned since Darius has been gone. It's been so hard.
Why did your people change their mind about the android? I mean, they knew about it months ago, and now they have no use for it?
We all have our reasons, Alexander. Anyway, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, great hair, by the way. Okay, bye!
Shiloh, it's my turn. Got this one. Where were you? I know you did it! What is your favorite color?
Green.
My fault. Should have known that one. He's safe, Shiloh.
Assemble, everyone.
Morning.
You're all hiding something. You all have bad blood and motive to steal the android. But you, Miss Rose, you faked your entire life story. No girl raised in luxury her entire life would ever dare eat porridge for breakfast.
I just might be the greatest detective alive.
You grew up on the streets and became a famous cat burglar by the name of the Ghost Widow. You were going to wait until we were all distracted to break into Lord Wolfgang's vault and steal the android. Anything I miss?
Mystery solved in record time, Shiloh. Well done!
But she's not the culprit.
You said it yourself. She's guilty.
Guilty of being a thief, yes. But she's not the culprit. And seeing as she hasn't done anything yet, we can't do anything to her besides give her a warning. As much as you don't like her, we must seek true justice here.
Well, does she have the blaster?
No. Someone else still does. And that is the only reason the culprit is not taking out whoever they would like right now. I only have one question. Who gave this tip about the android being in the vault?
No, I can't be locked up!
Silver, go!
No! The culprit will pick you up if you go alone!
You don't get to tell us what to do!
We have to get to her first! Let's go!
Where did she go?
No!
Why would she be a target?
The culprit can't be far away! They went that way! Go!
Where did they go?
We lost her! I can't believe Rose would steal—
Wait! Your Raylo didn't send you here for the android? What are you doing here?
I knew you and Shiloh would be here.
What?
Once the murder happened, I had this idea that if I helped you guys solve it, you'd invite me on your missions.
I did not see that coming.
What? Oh, come on! Not only did they evade our grasp, but they also took out Azur.
I can't solve it, Judah! I'm missing something!
I can't even find my way around this place. It's like a maze.
They know this place. I know who it is. And they're going after Micah next.
We gotta get to him!
No! Where's Talia?
Lord Wolfgang! It's about Shiloh. Follow me! I lost track of her and I couldn't!
Lord Wolfgang,
You! We have her! Come, I have the culprit! Come quickly! Come quickly!
It was you.
Please!
You did this.
You must understand!
You tricked us as the detective while you played us all like puppets.
I have a reason, please!
Whoever has the blaster, bust her now! If it wasn't you, then give us one good reason as to who it is.
Please! The answer is that Talia just gave the performance of a lifetime. Take a bow.
Thank you, and thank you. You're too kind.
What is the purpose of all this?
I had to gather you all one last time. And if I used one of my brothers, you wouldn't have believed me. I needed her.
Anytime.
I know who the culprit is. Guilty of trying to take out Graham, Gala, Rose, and Azir. And they are in this room. Captain O'Reilly. With a skill set for fighting such as yours, you went into business as a bounty hunter. You were here to capture the infamous thief, the Ghost Widow. But you're not the culprit. You are the new right hand of the Lord of Verdonia. You were here to not only bribe Lord Wolfgang, but you were also going to use it to take out Verdonia's enemies. You also have attempted to assassinate me on multiple occasions, but you knew better than to try something here. You needed the android too badly for your king. You did not do it. The last piece of the puzzle that I couldn't grasp was what could someone stand to gain from all of these murders? An android? A target? Revenge? The only person who didn't have a reason for the android, or for being here at all, Meryl. You needed us here, so you forged the letters to invite me and my family. You sent the anonymous tip to the Ghost Widow about the vault.
Can you believe the famous thief, the Ghost Widow, is in town?
No. You knew that she couldn't resist the temptation to steal a priceless android from a vault. Her attempt would provide you with the distraction you needed later on into the night. And you could blame her. An easy getaway. But first, you needed to take out the head of security. Graham had quick reaction. Gave you a struggle. As a member of the Council of Verdonia, you knew Alexander closely. Except he got rid of you when he took power. You've hated him ever since. In the moment, you tried to convince him to help you take us out. He refused. But no matter. You started off with Gala, who was all by herself. But the plan changed when we discovered the Ghost Widow too early. You couldn't risk her explaining the anonymous letter, so you had to take her out. The last piece that I couldn't solve was how did the culprit know this giant, confusing place like the back of their hand? Poor Azure was just in your way. You were panicking. How was it that your magnifying glass was left here? Those were your initials. PMV. Professor Meryl Vincent. You were Wolfgang's friend. You set yourself up to become your own empire in Verdonia. If only Darius had succeeded. The only thing that stopped his plan. Me and my family. After Darius fell, you were left with one last feeling. Rage. Taking out me and my brothers. It was the perfect plan.
If you had just kept your nose out of Darius's plan, I would have had everything!
Darius would have hurt millions of innocent lives. We had to.
You didn't fully figure it out, did you, Shiloh? You never figured out who had the blaster. And now, you have no way of stopping me.
It was me. I stole the blaster. I arrived to the crime scene first. Graham was a friend of mine. I knew he carried the blaster. Tonight, we were all hiding something. And now, it has all come out.
She really is a great detective.
What were you hiding? Oh, I just took a bunch of stuff from his home. I was for the investigation. Mostly.
Should go down in a couple of hours. How are you doing?
Professor Meryl Vincent will be locked away for good. Justice was seen today. Shiloh, thank you.
You saved my life, Shiloh. The android is yours.
Thank you.
Although, Shiloh, I must warn you, as stopping Darius caused Murray to turn against you. If you keep stopping the wrongdoers in their ways, more evil will find you. Are you sure you want to keep doing this?
We're sure. It's what our family does.
Good luck.
So, I'm sorry I wasn't open with you from the beginning.
It's okay. You did good today. And if you wanted, we would love it if you could join us on our missions. Do you want to come and see our headquarters?
Yes?
Tuna! Tuna, you can't take stuff that's not ours!
Hey, you're a special little bug. You do what no other device can. Once you get in there, take a look around, and then come back. It's interesting to me that that's who it turned out to be. But in the end, we actually got the android for free. Josiah's gonna send it through to try and find you.
Heard you did good today. Saved a lot of people.
Thank you.
Got to live out some of your detective dreams.
I really did! I was trying not to smile the whole time!
Wow. This place is great.
You know who you should meet? Michelle.
Everything about Darius today. It's just so weird that he's gone. You don't think he could have survived that in any way, do you?
No one survives that. He knew what he was doing.
You need to listen to me!
Shiloh, they're not gonna make it!
I'm your only chance for survival, but you can do this. You can make it off Labyrinth.
The walls are moving. There's something following us. We're not alone.